Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. So, the Astros players are going to shut everyone up. So, Astros players are getting mad that everyone's coming out. All these different players from different organizations are coming out, bad-mouthing the Astros, saying that they didn't earn the World Series, that they cheated, that they're a bunch of cheaters. And Astros players are they're starting to get pretty upset that more and more players are coming out and talking crap about them. So let's look at a couple of quotes from some of these players over the last week or so. And then I want to ask you guys a couple of questions. So first, Josh Reddick, he says, at some point you have to move on and not give an SHIT. We're going to go out there and win and shut everybody up. Okay? So one question before we get to another player. Do you think if the Astros go out there this year, let's say they go out there this year and they do just as well as they've done the last few years. Let's say they win their division. Let's say, they win, 95 to 100 games, somewhere in that range. Does that get people to shut up? Does that get fans and get other players to finally stop talking about 2017? For me personally, I'm not sure that does. I feel like this cheating label that they have right now, that the Astros have, I feel like that's going to be held against the players for a long, long time. And they might always, that team and those players associated with that team, they may always be labeled as cheaters, even if they do well over the next couple of years. The other thing is, if they come out and do great this year, I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, oh, how are they cheating now? What have they moved on to now that they're using? Even though, I can't see the Astros. I can't see them trying to cheat in any way this year. After all they've been through and after all this, I can't see it. But I don't think it'll stop people from saying, yeah, it's not legit. They're still cheating. What do you guys think about that first? So that's the first question in the comment section below. Then we have Lance McCullers, and he says, the teams talking trash are going to have to play us, except for the guys who are popping off the most. Those guys aren't going to have to face us, which is maybe why they feel like they can speak like that. That's not what people may want to hear, but we stood here as men and we addressed the scandal. Now, some people would argue that they didn't stand there and take it like men. Most of the players at the beginning of all this were still kind of not admitting, one, that they cheated, not taking very much responsibility, not wanting to talk about it. At first, it was the same old, Major League Baseball did an investigation and we're going to move past it and all that stuff. So I don't know how many of them were out front taking it like men. And I'm not sure it matters so much if you're playing the Astros or not. In my opinion, I go through the league and look at the guys that are talking. Seems like everybody's talking. So I don't know. I mean, there's been plenty of Yankees that are talking, and they've got to face them. Yeah, there's been a lot of Dodgers talking, and they don't have to face them unless both get to the World Series again. But you're talking about the team that feels like they got ripped off of a 2017 World Series. So, of course, they're going to be talking. But there's been plenty of teams. I feel like it's been pretty even. There's been Red Sox guys talking. There's been everybody talking. So I can't say that it's one group of guys. I know the Astros are probably mad at the Dodgers, especially when Bellinger came out. But, hey, that's a team that you beat in the World Series in 17. So, of course, they feel upset and feel cheated out of a World Series. And my final thought is the Astros were the ones that cheated. And so you can't be upset that people are all over you, calling you cheaters when you cheated. You brought that on yourself. Even if you weren't, let's just say you were a player, you were a pitcher, someone that you didn't benefit from the cheating, or you didn't cheat, per se. The team cheated. The team that you were on cheated. Your teammates cheated. And so you've got to deal with it as a team and as an organization. So you can't, I feel like this whole year, guys are free to say whatever they want, and you can't be upset about that because the Astros put themselves in this situation. And now you got to deal with it. And the commissioner has even come out and said, the Astros, the big punishment, the real punishment is that they're going to have to come out and face public scrutiny. And they're going to have to listen to people basically yelling at them, calling them cheaters. That's their punishment, since the commissioner didn't really punish them in any other ways. That's the punishment. Now you have to deal with it. So you can't be upset. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think below. Do you think that the Astros players are right for being upset that teams are still giving them a hard time? Or do you think that comes with the territory? You cheat, you get called a cheater. Nothing you can do about it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you to all our patrons out there who support us on Patreon. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time we throw out a new video. And that's all we got. We'll talk to you later.